Hello, everybody. My name is Jonathan Swigart, and welcome to my channel, my community I'm trying to build. Let me tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm doing this. I have spent the last several years working in cybersecurity, with a large part of my career being focused in digital forensics and incident response. I've always really enjoyed the technical side of cybersecurity, the puzzle side, as I always put it. I've enjoyed looking at logs, examining artifacts, following breadcrumbs, and figuring out what happened, and ultimately putting all those pieces together to tell a story of an incident. That is what originally drew me to digital forensics and incident response. But recently, with emerging technologies, AI, the growth in the industry, I've realized that my technical strength is not enough. I need to continue growing in this industry. I need to well round and better all of my skills. That brings me to kind of why I'm doing this. During this process of growth, I've been challenging myself to become more well rounded in cybersecurity. That means continuing to develop my technical skills, but also becoming better at things like communicating risk, understanding business impact, presenting that to leadership, working through security architecture decisions, and explaining technical problems to people who may not have a technical background. And honestly, it has been tough. Been reading books, watching videos, doing lots of things that how I learn. But I realized that if I want to get better and want to grow, I need to actually start practicing what I'm learning. And that is the reason I'm starting this channel to give myself an outlet, put my processes and methodologies to the test, and be able to watch them or have others analyze and critique them. So let me start by kind of explaining what this channel is going to be. This channel is going to be a place where I document that growth, put it out there for the world to see, put my methodology and my thought process to the test, and grow in the process. I'm going to be starting, I guess, with three primary things. First thing is, I'm going to be working on my digital forensics and incident response. I'll work through investigations and CTFs. I'll talk through how I'm approaching the problem, not necessarily going to focus on getting the right answer. There's plenty of videos, documentation out there that does that. Great resources. What I'm going to do is explain to everybody when I look through these is what I know, what I don't know. What evidence should I be looking for? What does that evidence that I'm looking for tell me? And what are my steps that I'm going to take? Be more of the process I use in an event/incident and how I get to the solution or the answer that best meets the, the answers that am seeing through the problem. Second is going to be tabletop exercises. I'm particularly excited about this. This is something that I really think I can do well at, and I want to get better. I will be creating scenarios based on real world cybersecurity incidents, work through them as if I'm part of the organization's security leadership and incident response team. A little disclaimer, this is in no way a reflection on how the incident was handled or the outcome of that. This is just my thoughts on that incident and how, after the fact, I would respond, seeing each step along the way. We'll be talking about things like who needs to know, what decisions need to be made, what's the business impact, what are the risks of each options, when does legal need to get involved, when does executive leadership need to make a decision, and what does recovery actually look like in the scope of everything. And finally, I'm going to work on executive level cybersecurity communication. One of my goals is to get better at some taking something technical and explaining in terms of risk, business impact, cost, operational impact, and ultimately what decisions need to be made because truthfully, I feel that this is an extremely important skill for anyone who wants to move up in security and further their career. So hopefully that helps explain a little bit about what you're going to expect out of this. And I want to be very clear. I'm not coming into this channel thinking I know everything. Quite the opposite. I'm doing this because I know I still have a lot to learn. I have a lot of growth I still need to do. And that excites me because knowing that I can grow means I can get better, better my skills, And so I hope that you will want to grow along with me. Some of these exercises I'm going to get right. We're going to laugh. We're going to have fun. But some I'm going to get wrong. And that is okay. Because when I get something wrong, we're going to talk about it. And I really truly feel that the value of learning is a process rather than just knowing everything. And it's not time to be pretending that everybody knows the right answers. My goal is to show that we can get to the right answer through communication and solving that problem. So I need to be very clear on this. I am not naturally someone who loves to be in front of the camera. I'm not looking for subscriptions. I'm not looking for anything other than to grow and to become better at what I enjoy doing. So part of this is forcing myself to become more comfortable speaking, presenting, and thinking out loud. My goal is that if you watch my first video, then come back in 3 weeks, maybe another a month or 6 months, you will see that there's growth in me, that I'm actually making a difference. Hopefully, you'll see a better presenter, better communicator, a better security person, professional all around. And maybe along the way, I can help you grow as well. So, with that said, invite you to come to my next video, which we'll be working on a tabletop exercise. And from there, we'll go forward. My goal is to post once, maybe twice a week if I'm able. And I hope to get some feedback. And at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. So, welcome to my channel. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'm excited to learn with you. Thank you and goodbye.